Hello everybody, 'tis a Saturday, and on a Saturday, 'tis the Grind Show. It is a Saturday show keeping you in the know of what's happening in the foreseeable week. This can be from new announcements of content that's going to be happening, changes of metas with Battlegrounds, right the way through to new 6-star features. Oh, all that stuff is happening next week! Yes indeed, that's a lot of excitement for a Saturday I don't think you even expected me to have. But in any case, this would not be possible each and every week without the amazing work of Dan of Frontline MCOC. You can check out champions are entering into the particular features mentioned in a moment, right the way through to telling you what is happening on a daily basis, and as well keeping you well informed with lots of different things from around the battle realm. So make sure to go and make frontlinemcc.home.blog your homepage, and as well check out Dan on Twitter. Links are always in the descriptions. We kick things off with a Saturday. What is happening on a Saturday? Well, we have, not a lot. This is a level up event and an Alliance War. So hopefully if I've done the dates and whatever it is and times and stuff, your level up should be a 22-hour event, and also there should be a Alliance War that's on for those that do it. We are out of season, by the way, so you may be doing it, it may not be. I think we're running one BG. I don't know at the moment. It gives time for other players to focus on different things when it comes to building up rosters. So use this weekend as a chill time to catch up with content that you may be a bit behind on, or just get some stuff achieved that you may not thought you want to achieve. Create and set up a Battlegrounds deck. That'll probably be the grind tip of the week. I'm getting too ahead of myself. Sunday now, and it's perfect time for another AQ cycle. Well, not start point, but an enlistment. So that's going to be the enlistment. So make sure to get yourself enlisted for those that do, and for those that don't do. Also, there is on Sunday, well, hopefully, if I've got my dates right, it should be Arena Wins on. It may be starting later on in the day, but it's should be starting. And the only other thing that's going to be happening is there's going to be one of those class catalyst arenas. You know, the arenas that Kabam do need to deal with and buff up in some sort of way, because, well, you know, they're not as good as, well, you know, they should be. Monday is swinging into action with a bit more going on. It kind of like goes in peaks and troughs. Okay, so Monday, a little bit more going on. First of all, event quest completion should be on for those able to do it, which, you know, should be everybody. The only other thing is Black ISO market reset. Do bear in mind that this kind of coagulates. That's a word, isn't it? Coagulates, you know, goes in parallel with the new 6-star featured, which, you know, is going to be very important. So look out for your reset of that if you are spending within the game. The only other stuff that's on will be an AQ beginning, as soon as it starts, as soon as it ends, and as soon as it starts right then again. There will be a new Battlegrounds meta, and I think this is for the Gladiator circuit, and that one should be it's week 3, isn't it? So it's no hit, no mercy, especially as we come into the business end of Battlegrounds. Just makes me feel like I've got a bit of work to do with it, but I've got to start working up my ranks now, especially that it seems a little bit less kind of like sticky and annoying to kind of like get there. But you know, that's a new meta shift and change. And I think that's really it, apart from an Alliance War being on if you want to do it. And as well, it should be round 2, fight, for Spot and Doctor Strange arenas. Make sure to tune into the MCN on Monday for the results and predictions for round 2 for that one. But that's pretty much it. Over to Tuesday now, the British Day of Chewing. And look, this one is going to be an important day for players. It is going to be optional to you if you want to go and get a 6-star featured. It's going to be the new one with Galen, Quicksilver, Valkyrie, Gore, etc. I think Wiccan's in there as well. But do bear in mind that it's not going to be, and I think this is the calculation, it's not going to be for a further week after, with the new update, that you'll be able to get 7-star shards. I may do one, just to kind of see what the crack is with it, but I largely will be waiting for the following week. 8th of November is probably when I'm going to wait to open up a big stack of 6-star featured. I'm hoping I will have 20 goes by then. Wishful thinking, but we'll see. Well, honestly, we'll see what happens. I've always said to myself, oh, I don't have very much. And then all of a sudden, I got 30k here, 30k there. And then before you know it, I'm a lot higher with my volume. I've got 235,000 right now. And I hope to have 300,000 by then. But we'll have to see. you know, we never know what's going to happen with it. There's also Wiccan entering into the basic. So if you don't have a Wiccan, this is your opportunity to get yourself a Wiccan as it goes into the basic, which is kind of weird because I think the Wiccan goes into the feature at the same time it goes into the basic. Don't quote me on that. That might be a case. It might be a little bit of a mistake there on data and information that I've collected, but we'll have to see. And that's pretty much it. Apart from that, there's a hero use on. So that's Tuesday in a nutshell. So that's the 22-hour event. Get them done. They're really important, especially because they add up towards the Cyber Weekend. It means that you get a revive, a health potion. Beautiful. Love that particular 22-hour event. They're my favourites. On Wednesday, it is level up time as your 22-hour event. Wednesday actually sees a little bit more going on for the day. The other thing is there's going to be an Incursion Milestone reset. So for those that want a little bit of gold, I'm sure there's a lot of people want a little bit of gold. Perfect time, perfect opportunity. We are coming close-ish to a reset of that one. But hey, you know, it is what it is. There's going to be an Alpha Catalyst Arena. So if you want to get yourself a little Alpha Catalyst in the arena, or 30 units, or not bother, it's up to you. Depends how desperate you are for tier 1 Alpha. Like, as I said, those need to be buffed quite considerably. There should be, if we've done the totals right, another solo event. So that should mean that you'll have another I Want Candy week 5. Again, if the sums have been done correctly. And the only other thing that's on is going to be a Eternity of Pain Depression. Why is this called Depression? That is such a weird thing. It's such a weird thing to call Eternity of Pain for Depression. I mean, yeah, okay. So a lot of them, one was grief, one was anger, etc., etc. But I kind of think like, oh, that's a bit of a man. Is that what Eternity of Pain is meant to be? Just depression. that's the story of my life. In any case, that is that. So it could be Terex, or it could be Nick Fury, or it could be Scorpion. Good luck. Good luck. On Thursday now, and we've got a nice little arena, Rintrah. That's where my Rintrah would go if I had one. But yeah, Rintrah is going to have a basic arena, and I think a lot of people are going to go out to grind that particular one. And what else is going on down on Thursday? Well, not a lot. Okay, Arena Wins is on for those that want to do it. It's your 22-hour event, and there might be an Alliance War. So again, like there's stuff on. Again, it's down to you if you're interested in grinding out any of it. And on Friday is an event quest completion. It's weird how things going to go. It may be because it's starting on that day on Friday, or it's kind of just about like ending. But in any case, the only other thing is new content announcement day. We're probably going to get some teasers here and there of new champions coming to the game. They may be having some sort of, partnership with Wakanda Forever. But here's the thing, Kabam normally do champions that are comic book versions of champions rather than doing the movie versions. However, though, they may change that, especially when you're looking to get like some popularity, some spin, because this movie is going to be massive. I've got my tickets booked. My cousin very kindly booked them, and we're looking forward to kind of that. So yeah, it's going to be pretty amazing. I think it's going to be good. Although I have seen like a few like little clips today whilst I'm recording this that make me a little bit worried about the way that it's going. It's the clip's called, I think it's called Time. I think it is. I can't remember. It was like there was an interaction with Riri Williams. Obviously the people that play them, Riri Williams, Shuri, and a Wakandan warrioress. And it was a bit cringy, to be honest. But I'm sure that the rest of the film is going to be fine. And that's just one kind of clip that from a scene that's probably just a throwaway scene that's unimportant. But we'll have to see. Still looking forward to it. Should be good. Yeah, we're all looking forward to the new announcement, new content and stuff, because I think this has been a very long month. It's been a 5-week month, and I think Kabam are doing that so that they can have a longer time going off into December, because, you know, it's Christmas holidays and stuff like that. So that's probably the reason as to why. And we finish with grind tips of the week. Now, I was trying to think of like what would be a good grind tip to kind of go over this week. So I'm going to be doing some content soon that kind of looks at things when it comes to Battlegrounds and just my overall experience with things and how things have gone. I made the mistake in starting my Battlegrounds season grind early. And that's not particularly good. Especially because, if you can imagine, a lot of players are jostling for position. Now, if you want to do it just to get your objectives, and this is the first thing I would say, is go and do your objectives. Even though you might lose, getting these objectives done is still relatively important, because if you just like compete in 3, you'll get like 600 trophy tokens and 200 tokens a time from getting a victory. Now, every 48 hours reset, it does kind of go like, oh, you must go out and grind it. But at least you're getting some trophy tokens back. I've managed to work like from a very low amount of trophy tokens in a very short space of time. And even for me, poo-pooing it, getting trophy tokens back that I have now got, 8,600 trophy tokens. And that's been good, because it does mean that I can then spend some stuff in the store as per my own personal interest. So there's a lot of things that I can use those with. But there's a lot of stuff with Battlegrounds, like, okay, so you may fall at the first hurdle when it comes to winning, losing. Yes, sandbagging is an option for those that indeed do it, and things go wrong, things go right. Something that went wrong for me is the timer, the duration. Special attacks from certain champions take a long time, and creating a good deck is relatively important. Now, it could be a case that you might say to yourself, well, I do have these powerful 6-stars, but at the same time, wouldn't it be better just using some of my 565 champions? And maybe that's the case of what you do. Not tricking the matchmaker, but at least what you're doing is you're not facing off against, if you've got 1 or 2 rank 4 6-star champions, and even for those that got like 6-star champions at rank 3, you may be kind of going like, oh, I'm getting these terrible matchups. Then maybe not putting them in is a wise idea. Maybe putting in all 5-stars and 565 may be an idea as well. There's some things to try out when it comes to like how the matchmaker kind of works. So the point really I want to get to with it is that try not to take, a lot of people take it very seriously, and you have to still understand it's a very grindable event. I do about 4 Battlegrounds over the space of, well, I'd say on average 2 a day, if I kind of like really was quite specific, because you saw just then there was gaps of like days. And that's mainly because I just can't give the event on the mode more of my time. My time's very valuable, same with yours. You have to be very careful about where you use your time as to what you're getting back out of it. And if you're getting lots of losses, then that can be very annoying. This is why a lot of people will resort to the sandbagging side of things, and it's just because the event will become overly competitive and overly frustrating, and that's just the thing. So it's always best to like be quite casual with that mode, but also know where the best places and the best things to do in order to kind of grind out. I would say when it comes to like creating a deck, that's going to be something that's rooted to like more kind of stringent and like more time I'll have to allocate to a video to kind of do. And also I need to do my own, like my deck is nowhere near perfect, and that's a 2-month process. So I would say another kind of like quick part of the grind tip is look at your roster and look at champions that you face off against a lot in Battlegrounds. Yes, it does mean that it becomes overly repetitive, but at the same time, if you can't beat them, join them and rank up some of the champions that are really annoying. You know, Sauron, Null, Thing, Kingpin, Apocalypse, Nick Fury. The list goes on of champions. But champions that either have a high health pool, are snapback ones that have like indestructible or kind of like Titania type champions. Korg, for example. Lots of different examples of champions that can be used. But think what frustrates you and then put it at your enemies. It's a terrible thing to say, but look, that's MCOC at the moment. In any case, that's been the grind tip of the week. Thank you very much for watching. Check out some other content. I will go a bit further in a video, but it's just a amuse-bouche. But I'll catch you in a later one. Cheers. Bye-bye.